close enough. I'll call to order the village board meeting Monday, June 8th, 2026, 6:30. If we could all stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Can I get a roll call of officers?
Andrew Bartley, Roseanne Guide, Brian Lorgy, Chris Clear, Kevin Schuler, and Dan Wolf.
Okay, public comment. Does anyone have public comment? You get 2 minutes.
I do.
And if you'd like to state your name and then.
My name is Bill Callahan. I'm going to wait Lane across the way. I purchased that house in September and having issues with it. Our village inspector has not been cooperating with me in the inspection reports. Just wondering where I can go next and do what I'm requesting for my house.
We're not cooperating with you.
Well, this is my inspection report that I got from you guys. There's link. So therefore, in my eyes, they are not complete.
We have not gotten the final report from him. He is aware. I don't know what's going on.
Okay.
He has not given us the completed forms yet.
By state statute, you're supposed to hold on to them 4 years and have on the file for public record for 4 years. I've been in my house almost a year already and still don't have them. The builder is hiding behind that they're inspected by the village, so they are exempting themselves on some of the repairs that need to be done.
Okay,
So therefore, that's why I need an inspection report. I've been asking since February.
okay, is this a copy?
That is my copy.
Okay,
So I know Roger's aware.
okay,
My understanding is that we do get them for the file, when everything's completed, but until he's done and everything's signed off, we don't necessarily have those in-house until everything's done.
okay, but Roger has
Yeah,
a copy of that? Or should-
my understanding,
Sure.
I didn't realize this, I just found out after I spoke to you last time, that we do in fact get those and they're in the property files when Roger is done with it, but he hasn't given them to us
Okay.
yet. So
Okay,
he's a private contractor and, our hands are semi-tied. Now, if you guys want to provide some sort of instruction that we pass on to him, but I can't make him do something.
right,
The contract that the village is paying for, right?
Correct.
Well, then he should be doing his
It
job.
needs to be a priority.
I agree. I don't know that he hasn't done his job. He hasn't given us the paperwork.
okay, so we
Well,
need to talk
that's
to
not
Roger.
doing his job.
So,
So my concern is it's been a year old, almost a year since closing, and yet nothing is completed.
Okay.
And so I'm feeling like it's gonna get pencil whipped to cover him.
got it.
Brad, do you have any input on this?
Chat to me.
No, I mean, the
I think
board
we
can
just need to
simply
have a
just,
conversation with Roger.
yeah, I mean, we can have a conversation with Roger on seeing what we can do to get this thing done and get the record.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
Are we able, so we do, is
So
there
we call
something
him
that
tomorrow.
we?
so, yeah, and this can be done all, this is public comments, we're not supposed to have all this dialogue.
Oh, got it.
But so this
Got it,
is,
got it.
he's allowed to come up and address, but we'll have to
Okay.
take this offline and come
Yeah.
up with a
So what's
solution.
somebody to get back to me and how
Yes.
this is gonna get
Sure.
handled?
Yes, I will definitely make sure we do that.
If you can leave your number.
Sure, I can leave you those sheets too, because I know
Okay.
the plan.
Okay,
I will write my information on the backside.
perfect, thank you. Did anyone else have any public comments?
Sign in.
Yep.
Did you sign in before you came in? You can do it on there and then your information can go on there.
There is no other public comment?
Just leave it.
All right. we'll
This
move
is your only opportunity
For
to
public
speak.
comment.
I didn't know if you, this is the
only
only opportunity
opportunity for
to
you to
speak.
speak.
So
You have
if you
something
have
that you-
something you want for the board, you have to
Right,
speak
so you have to
now.
do it now.
First of all, my name is Colleen Allen. I live at 105 Rose Lane. And I'm not in the habit of coming and speaking at the village meetings, so you have to bear with me. I wrote a little bit down so I wouldn't forget. This all starts at 6 in the morning when the trucks start coming into town from the south, speeding well over 25 miles an hour, one right after another. Coming from the north, they have to shift 4 to 5 times. The last time they shift with a lot more noise is right in front of my driveway on KW, and most are not doing speed limit. While I'm sitting in my garage counting the trucks, the wind is coming out of the east. The wonderful smell that Belgium is noted for. I have been smelling ever since I moved here in 1953 from Chicago. My dad moved to Belgium and became sales manager for the candy factory.
Ma'am, I'm just gonna let you know you have only 2 minutes, so if there's other things that you need to get a hold on, you only get 2 minutes.
It says per person 10 minutes total.
Right, that means 5 people can speak for 2
I
minutes.
beg that you would have let me at least speak a little bit more.
A little bit, but then I will have to cut you off.
So my dad tried many times to get this smell to be taken care of. And most of the people lived in Belgium, not too many people would complain about a place they worked. Other towns around called us Stinky Belgium. So between the truck fumes and the noise they make, the smell from the canning company, the farmers spreading manure, I'm wondering what all this has been doing to our children and in their hearing and health. I know for a fact that hundreds of barrels of who knows what were poured into that pond south of the canning company, where the smell is coming from. You should smell the exhaust of these trucks. Again, what are we smelling and what are our kids hearing? You think I have peace and quiet after 6 p.m.? Nope. Every evening after the park is done for the night, more than 75 cars with headlights on exit on a road that is a single road with no name that was built to get to the water treatment plant. This road is a single lane road. It had no stop sign until I argued that it should at least have a stop sign. But more than half do not stop for anything. When nothing's coming, they go right through. And the lights shine right in my garage, in my backyard, where I like to sit when it gets darker and cooler and it's night out. I am an outside person and want to be out in summer. I'm sorry this is taking so long, but I do want you to know what I've been through.
Yep, and I'm gonna give you 1 more minute.
Them back, and they could not understand them either. Oh, wait, I'm not in the right place. One more thing, I wear a caul necklace because I have fallen a couple of times. I was on my driveway planting some pots and plants for rummage sale, and the rescue truck pulled into my driveway, lights flashing and all. I said, I did not call. They said, I must have bumped it. And they were trying to call me. I did not answer. So they called to call the rescue squad. The rescue people then called them back and they could not understand them either. I don't know if this system will work for me if we continue to have 300 trucks going by my house in 2 hours and 20 minutes. And I counted them all for 2.5 hours. My neighbor Scott was astounded that she sat with me in the garage. She could not believe what was going on.
Okay, ma'am, I'm gonna have to stop you. I'm sorry.
Pardon?
I'm gonna have to stop you.
It's almost over.
No,
And then you can
I-
have a full copy of it. This is the good part about
Well,
the kids.
No, I understand you're
I'm
upset
sorry.
about the truck, and I'm sorry, that's it.
If I did this every week, I would be very happy to say, okay, but let me finish.
No.
I beg.
No,
All
I'm sorry.
right. Here's a
Thank you.
copy.
We'll take in, if you'd like to leave that with us.
Altogether, I counted in 2 hours and 40 minutes, 240
You did say that.
trucks.
Yep. You did say that, and we'll,
And we breathe all that, and the fumes, and everything else. Here's a copy of it,
thank you.
and here is my timetable for sitting there for how many hours to write it all down.
You can leave it with the clerk.
Do you
Is there
have
any other
another
public
time when I
comment?
can finish up the rest?
I'm sorry, what?
Do you have another time I can come and finish up the
The
rest?
next board meeting, everybody gets
Next month, Monday
Next month.
of every month?
The second.
second Monday of every
Second
month.
Monday? These are the notes that I wrote everything down as I went counting the trucks. And this is a copy of everything that I typed out this afternoon. I had a lot of other things I wanted to.
Okay, Leon,
But for the
Okay.
kids, I continue.
For me, I had one call for wood in the backyard. Some guy called me up and complained his neighbor was piling wood in his backyard, but we went and looked at it. And it was actually in his own yard. It wasn't on their yard. So we got that one resolved. And then I got one for junk alongside the house and some tall grass that was not cut underneath. He's got like a trampoline underneath
Okay.
there. So I got him to move the trampoline. He's gonna get the grass cut. And then we also had one dumpster violation last month. And also I've been getting some complaints of these young kids driving their scooters and these e-bikes down the sidewalks. So I don't know if we can put something in our newsletter to make sure they're in the bike path and not on the sidewalks.
I feel like we could probably do that. Just like a friendly reminder.
Yeah. And that's all I, and I also registered golf carts. That's all I've got.
Okey-dokey.
Leon, one question. I've had a couple of people in the village asking about a change to the ordinance for golf carts from the state of Wisconsin about requiring seatbelts. Have you heard
That's
anything
not,
about that?
that's for UTVs.
UTVs only, doesn't apply to golf carts?
I haven't heard anything on golf carts.
Okay. I heard from a couple of people that there was new rules that just passed in June about having,
And there's some people that
requiring seatbelts for
basically
golf
I get
carts.
the
I
same
didn't
amount
know.
registering their golf carts every year. But I know there's a lot more out there, but they don't get them registered, and we'll
If,
probably have to get in contact with them and have them get it registered.
Right,
Brad, are you aware of anything with regard to?
I'm aware of the new legislation. I'm not aware of the class of vehicles that golf carts falls. I think Leon's correct. I don't think it falls under that. But I can certainly check on that.
Yeah, the
Yeah, I've had
UTVs are governed by. the
3 or 4
DNR.
people ask me about it, because they're like, I know it's changing June 1st, does that apply to golf carts? I'm like, I don't know. But I said I would ask for them.
okay. We have no written reports, so we're gonna move to number 5, the consent agenda items. This I don't have to go through everything, right? I can just make a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Do you guys have any discussion on those? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
I
Opposed, motion passed. Here we go, 7-1, discussion and possible action regarding a permit application submitted by John Friedak, question mark? Friedak. Thank you, requesting to have a 53-foot trailer.
50-foot.
Parked in, right,
Yeah, I talked to him on the phone.
parked in front of his house from June 22nd, 2026 to July 3rd.
I talked to him on the phone Friday.
Okay,
I called him and he called me back. He's gonna change the dates to the 29th through July 6th. And I drove around his house. There's enough room that he can park it. And for, rescue squad or ambulance to get by and everything. And so I have no problem with parking there.
So technically, we don't have anything in the ordinances that allows this. However, we did make a change to the ordinances a few years back to allow storage pods to be parked out there temporarily, and this is a very similar situation. He's moving, he's had it out there, just
it's
to
just in a
load
different,
it and unload it. So he filled out the same permit,
Okay.
application that they would use for pods.
okay,
And
it's not blocking anybody's driveway, it's
No.
not,
No.
It's not bothering anybody.
It's,
Those are
it's
wrong.
in a
Huh?
Sounds
circle.
like wrong.
He lives at 248 Bastogne Court. It's like a cul-de-sac or half a mile, it's a horseshoe there.
Oh, okay,
And he's parked on the north side of the road and he's gonna have it parked like halfway in his driveway and
halfway
he's
out,
like, huh?
halfway out.
Well, halfway up to his driveway so
Oh,
he
got
can
it.
hold it.
Yeah.
And he's 60 feet away from the fire hydrant. So-
Okay.
And I said we would bring 2 orange sticks there, put on there so they see it at nighttime.
Okay,
Danny, what was the date that you said? Months?
the 29th.
July 29th through the 6th.
June
Okay.
29th through July
June
6th.
29th?
Yeah, June
Yes.
29th.
Okay.
So my only comment on this is you can't approve something that's not in the ordinance. Okay, the ordinance doesn't allow for exceptions for
Yeah.
this type of thing. So the village board's aware of it, and if the village board doesn't, again, want to restrict this or tell staff to enforce this and not allow it, I mean, it can be done, but you don't have, it's not the ordinance authority that gives you to do that. The container is not, it's different from
Than the pod.
Than right, the pod.
Right,
So that's the only thing I just want to make clear here. So you can follow your ordinances. Unfortunately, you can't, there's no exception language for this,
Mhm.
although if there's no issue and from enforcement, you're not concerned about it. I think the biggest challenge is obviously, it's probably highly unlikely that people want this on a regular basis, but they could potentially come back and say, you guys didn't have a problem with it for someone else, so
right,
that's just.
Yesterday I drove through town and then there was one parked on West Reading and he never called. So he's moving. I mean, you see that all over, the people moving in it, right? These Mr. Movers and everything, and they all have semi-trailers and tractors. I mean, not uncommon that it's done in the past here.
Right. I mean, so.
And it
there's-
does allow them while they're actively loading and unloading.
Right,
Yeah, I'm not saying there's a good reason for that this could happen. I'm just saying,
right. So is there something that
Authority.
we like really need to do? Like, do
really
we-
you shouldn't. Yeah, I
we
mean,
can just
basically
leave it,
saying
right?
is that go ahead,
Yeah, and if they call
you're
and
not,
complain,
unless there's a problem, something arises.
right.
But
But other
I
than that, we don't
wouldn't
really.
take action on even on the
Okay.
permit. I think it's good faith on the individual to
Yeah.
file for it. But, down the road, if we think this becomes an issue, we should look at it.
Okay,
Just monitor it.
Yeah,
I think that it would probably be a good thing for the board to consider an ordinance amendment
sure,
allowing a permit of it after it's been signed off by like DPW and then for the board to approve.
Sure.
If there's a process in place,
yeah.
you know,
So then I think that's.
so
something
it's
we can bring up.
limited and it's not necessarily just, anybody can say, well, I did it and, this way, there's a process, it's not necessarily quick and easy, but it can be done.
I think if it's more than a couple of days, I mean, for a couple of days, I mean, it's a lot of extra work for everybody.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, I think that if this starts becoming an issue,
Yeah.
then maybe we'll take a look at changing the ordinance, but until then, I think we'll just let it be.
Right.
Okay,
We do frequently have people call and ask for special parking permission that is not allowed within the ordinances, and we always just pretty much direct them to Leon, because
okay,
we don't have the authority to tell them they can or cannot,
right,
and then let Leon handle it.
I like it. All right, 7.2, approve new operator license applications for the following applicants. Do I have to read each of their names?
Yes. please.
Alrighty, Justin Blau. Oh, I thought you knew. Duncan McKim, Joshua Tyson, Maria Scardina, Pappy, right? Grace Pappy, Heather Woods.
All right. And I did the background checks, they're fine.
Danielson?
I didn't see anything that was
Oh,
concerning.
okay, good. All right, I'll make a motion to approve the new operator licenses for all of those individuals.
Second.
Whoa, motion's been made and seconded. Do you guys have any discussion? Motion passed. 7.3, approve simplified rate case, 3% water rate increase application to be effective 9/15/2026.
So we had budgeted for this increase, but we had budgeted it to go into effect for 3/4 of the year. Unfortunately, due to scheduling timing, I was not able to get the application in before. There's a period of time between when the previous year
And
financials end and the next year's PSC report gets in, where they don't allow you to apply
right,
for this. So, this would just go into effect for the last quarter of the year. And I'm kind of way ahead of the game right now, but this way, if I get the approval, I can go ahead and get the publication and everything going.
So that's 3% across the board.
Yeah, it's 3%. The last time we did it, I think it was a little bit higher, but they're back to doing 3% for simplified rate case. And this is just for water rates. And it generally ends up being something like a total of $15 a year for the average household.
I will make a motion to approve simplified rate case 3% water rate increase application effective 9/15/2026.
Second.
motion's been made and seconded. Do you guys have any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passed. 7.4, introduce and approve resolution 09-26, authorizing the issuance and sale of $2,945,000 of general obligation promissory notes, series 2026A.
She did.
Did I do that wrong?
Nope,
Oh,
fine.
okay.
We're just talking about you.
Facts. Can somebody help me explain this to me?
Joel Murray from Ellers, our financial advisor, is going to explain this.
We're selling.
This, by the way, is the document that we
Okay, that's, got it.
If you recall, I'm Joe Murray from Ellers.
Yep.
Previous financial advisor. I was before you about a month ago, and we laid out what it was gonna look like and projected some interest rates, tax impact, et cetera. This is to finance your 2026 capital improvements. It's to issue $2,945,000 of general obligation promissory notes. We received 4 bids on your behalf today. The second place bid, or the cover bid, was 1 basis point lower, so that shows that there was some good competition. 3 of them, of the low bids, were all within 6 basis points, so again, there's a good grouping, and all 4 of them were below what we had projected. So I was pleased with the competition and the interest that we received on the borrowing. The low bid came in from Baird at a true interest cost of 3.8648%, or 3.86%. We had projected it was going to come in at 4.22%. So this is allows you to get money that's going to be less than 4%, which is a very positive thing. The lower interest rate is going to allow the village to save about $35,000 in interest cost over the term. We also received a premium bid. That's where the underwriter receives their compensation directly from the investors, as opposed to taking their money up front through an underwriter's discount. We have included in the sizing an underwriter's discount, but since they didn't take it, that's going to allow the village to apply about $53,500 of surplus funds that you've got. I've already been in discussion with Vicki about it. That can be applied to any of the existing projects that you planned on borrowing, if there's any cost overruns, or to another capital improvement project. Can't put it towards your operating budget, but you could put it towards a capital project if something comes up over the next few years. So it's not something you have to spend also immediately, so you've got time on that. The good news of the lower interest rates and some, we moved the premium. The tax impact for next year, for 2027, we had projected it was going to be a 17-cent increase to go up to from $1.58 right now per $1,000 equalized value. We had projected it was going to go up to $1.75. It's actually going to go up to $1.74. So it's 1 penny savings on the tax increase for next year. If you have to answer any questions, but recommend that you adopt the resolution awarding the sale of the 2.945 general obligation promissory note, series 2026A, to Baird at a true interest cost of 3.8648%. I haven't answered any questions.
Why is everyone staring at me?
You're the numbers guy.
Yeah.
This is why we have you,
So we keep you around, Chris.
why you get reelected.
I would, I'd make a motion to introduce and approve resolution.
No, you can only,
Can
one
only-
person has to introduce and then a motion to approve can be made. So somebody has to introduce the resolution first.
I'll introduce the resolution.
Now you can.
Now, I will make a motion to approve resolution 0926 authorizing the issuance and sale of 2,945,000, I was gonna say 2.9.
I know.
General obligation promissory note series 2026A.
To Baird, right?
To Baird, oh, yeah, to Baird.
The resolution.
And a TIC,
That would be, okay.
okay.
Okay. I'll second the motion. Do you guys have any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? We passed. 7.5. You're welcome. Thank you. Approve Public Works recommendation to approve option 2, scheduling weekly or bi-weekly pickups in the recycling dump. Canceling a pickup will need to be done the night before to avoid incurring any fees.
So what that all about is we had problems with our waste management contractor picking up our
I read.
trash dumpster, and mainly with the trash dumpster, so we got a public works meeting scheduled, and we went through everything. We had quotes from Harder, and then we had waste management, and it turned out to be waste management was cheaper. And we'd like to go to a weekly pickup with a 30-yard trash container only.
And I remember seeing the amounts, and Vicky, you said the amounts are reasonable.
Yeah, so what I had done was I ran some calculations with Harder's bid compared to what we pay from Waste Management. And essentially, we could afford to pay for about 50 pickups per year in addition before we would spend as much as what it would cost Harder's.
Okay,
So Harder's was much more expensive. So if we do weekly pickups through the summer, we will have some expenses, but it's still going to be much cheaper than any other option.
well,
And in the long run, I mean, we're talking about probably $1,000 or $2,000. I wouldn't even say it's that much because we were doing nearly weekly pickups anyway. It's
Right.
just we were scheduling them as needed instead of on, I mean, the odds of us having any extra pickups are, you know, we may have one a month more than we would have in the past, but I doubt it. For the bulk of the summer, it's really not gonna be adding a lot of expense.
my question is though, is let's say we schedule weekly pickups when it becomes like winter time or whatever. when
Well,
it's not budget,
I think we should stick to this because.
whether or not, just do it anyway if they're, okay.
And the
Okay, that was my
option,
Says a month, then if we don't, then they're gonna go back the other way, and
Well, that's
it
what
takes 2.5
I,
weeks to schedule a
Right.
dumpster.
got it.
and
Got it.
Waste Management did give us the option
Okay.
of
Yeah.
if we email the night before,
It's
then
okay. Yeah,
we won't be paying for it. So it,
right.
Winter time, we might go every other week, you're saying.
Well, we'll have to see, we have to,
Yeah.
by year, we'll,
Right,
we'll
yeah,
check
yeah.
every monitor.
Yeah,
How did the first weekend go? How was it today?
Came Friday afternoon, and this morning we had to pack it down, so.
You gonna make it the Friday, you think?
in general, we do 3 to 4 pickups a month anyway, all year round.
Right.
So this is just, instead of us maybe having it on a Tuesday one
Yeah.
week and a Thursday the next week and then
what
back
are
to,
we, what day?
we're
do we
having
want?
it on a set
Friday,
date.
it's coming Friday.
Okay.
And we just thought it would be good for the weekend for
Yeah.
the people.
And that comes like Friday morning?
Wow, some,
Yeah, Fridays on Friday. great.
and then the other 2 dumpsters, we just left it alone because then we can control them because.
Right,
There's less, well, it's less, the metal is less material coming in.
yes.
Grass cutting season now, if the drought continues, won't be much of that,
Right,
so.
okay,
I'll make a motion to approve the Public Works recommendation to go with option 2 as listed on the agenda.
I'll second.
motion's been made and seconded. Do you guys have any discussion on it? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passed. 7.6, approve public work.
No, that's what you just did.
Oh.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
You're good.
I skipped ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Approve public works committee's recommendation to approve putting in no parking sign posts on the corners of Huron and Main.
Yeah, we've been having issues with parking and park right up to the curb intersection. And people coming down Pier Street towards the south, they can't see oncoming traffic. We have one other issue where we should approve too. It would be, it's not on the agenda, it would be, North Liberty in Maine.
Okay.
The people, they park trucks and trailers and they go right up to the corner and
We can do that, right?
Well, that would be the same thing you're saying, put a sign 8 feet up from the,
yeah, there's a bike path sign there, so we don't have to add a post, we just can put the bike path, the sign on that post.
same down by Piran, there's a post there.
I think so.
Do you move the post to get closer? to the
Well, I don't
corner,
know
so
yet. We might just have to put a pole on the east side of Huron.
Yeah, the other one, okay.
Can we add?
Do you have official, I was looking at my laptop, it's not, for this, prohibiting parking areas, do you have official map designation or ordinance? A lot of times communities will do this via ordinance.
Just say on the corner, I don't know,
Yeah.
is that good enough?
I mean, it's like stop signs and such, it's official, you want to make it official from an enforcement standpoint, probably will come back with an ordinance. I mean, you can give direction to move forward with it, but come back officially to.
To put an ordinance in?
Yeah.
Okay,
Really? I don't know that we have other
Yeah.
places where there's not
Well, that's
parking
something
in
we'll
by
have to
ordinance.
look at if we want to do, it's a good practice, so if you ever get into enforcement, you gotta show us official sign.
Okay. So we'll have to bring the ordinance back for next month for the
But if you
approval, but
want
you
to
can.
kind of
we can do a temporary,
move
right?
forward and get ready.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
especially if it hasn't been done in the past. we
Yeah.
can Look at that.
okay, so then I'll make the motion to approve the recommendation to approve putting in no parking sign / post on the corner of Huron and Main. And can we add North Liberty and Main to that, even though it's not on the agenda?
You'll have to ratify it under the ordinance anyway, so it's,
So
you
it
can
doesn't-
say no problem, let's move forward with that, but what you're officially doing is gonna be
Okay,
done.
so he doesn't
next
need to be
meeting.
specific
No.
to the
Right.
streets, okay, no, I forgot what I was gonna say, something about the ordinance.
You made a motion,
Yeah.
yes, we'll
I'll second.
have an ordinance for next month.
I totally left my train of thought there, we were like, motion's been made and seconded, do you guys want to discuss this at all? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passed. 7.7, introduce and approve resolution G 10-26, compliance and maintenance report.
It's just an annual thing I have to do for the DNR. It just says how much energy you use throughout the calendar year, how many gallons went through the treatment plant, if you had any violations. And we had 0 violations. And I have no idea how many total gallons went through, but a lot. And
There's a lot.
yeah, it's just a form they want you to fill out.
Okay,
Do it.
They require a resolution number for him to file this.
yeah, so then I can introduce it, so I can make it, I'll introduce the motion.
No, you're just introducing the resolution.
I mean, the resolution, sorry, that's what I meant to say. I'll introduce resolution 10-26, compliance and maintenance report.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 1026 compliance maintenance report.
I will second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Do you guys want to discuss water? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passed. 7.8, approve ordinance 12-26, amending ordinance 162.19 license fee.
So we don't have a temporary license, operator's license, bartender's license, whatever you want to call it. So I thought that I would make a temporary license and charge $5.
For
So
those
it would
that
be
don't
like-
Get their stuff in time.
No, it's
Oh.
just for, like, if somebody's working the park or something and they need it for one day.
Yes,
They can get it for that one day.
correct.
By state law, these are only allowed to be issued to people who are employed by or donating their services for nonprofit corporations. So
Got it.
it's like
So
the
it's the
fire department has a
Overblind,
picnic and
whatever.
the-
Yes.
yes, they
Got
need
it.
to have somebody there as a
That has an
licensed
operator's
bartender.
license. Yep,
They can only by law get 2 of them per year and they are good for a period of no more than 14 days.
got it.
But right now, we've never issued them here, even though the state
Right.
allows it, so they've always just had to get a fully yearly
Your
one,
license, yeah.
which, some of, this
Okay.
just makes it
Yeah,
easier.
that makes more sense. Okay, I'll make a motion to approve ordinance 12-26, amending ordinance 162.19 license fee.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Do you guys want to discuss virtual pretend bartender license? Just kidding. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passed. 7.9, approve new electrical fee schedule and fence permit fee.
So we've had an ongoing problem with, the system that we use for permits online. It has limited functionality with regard to calculating costs.
Okay,
Electrical were very complicated. We've had electrical people come in and say, what do you want me to, what am I supposed to be paying here? They didn't comply with a lot of standard electrical permits in other municipalities. And it was problematic where they were constantly calculating the wrong amount because they weren't filling it out properly. So I went over with Roger our costs and everything and asked his opinion, and he and I came up with this new fee schedule that would work best with our system. So nothing here will mean that we will collect less money for the most part. It just makes it simpler. A lot of municipalities do things like they pay per outlet, per switch, per receptacle, which that would create the same problem. So we just calculated, based on an average room, if you have a new remodel and somebody wires and puts in outlet switches, can lights, it would come to, around that amount.
right.
So, if you guys approve this new rate schedule, we will, be able to update our system. It will make everything much easier, and be cleaner and simpler for the people filling out the permit.
Sounds like a win-win.
I think it will be. And like I said, I looked at a lot of other municipalities. Everyone does it different. I think Oostburg was the only one that had one that was very similar to what I laid out. In their case, they charge a base fee and they charge a fee for by per thousand of the project cost.
Right,
The other change here with this, let me move my mouse over there, is that I saw this on Oostburg's and I thought it was a great idea. It has a flat fee for new constructions.
okay,
Instead of them having to calculate how many feet of wire and
Yeah.
how many of everything, it's just, and based on our historical, an average house has almost always come to almost exactly $175.
right,
So that's where that number comes from. They get a little bit of a break if it's a 2-family, because it's all being done at the same time, the
Right.
inspections, and then same thing with new multifamily. Now, anything 4-unit or higher is commercial, and we don't do commercial.
got it.
That's done by the state. So that's why I only have 1, 2, and 3
Yeah.
unit pricing. So, so I'm asking you guys to approve this fee schedule. And then when we were talking about it, Roger had his only other current concern with our current fee schedule is he said our fence fee was really low based on what he has to do. So it's 20 now. He's asking us to put it to 25, which is a very minimal increase.
Okay,
I'll make a motion to approve new electrical fee schedule and fence permit fee.
I'll second. Motion's been made and seconded. Do you guys discuss this? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passed. 7.10, introduce and approve resolution 13-26, resolution.
So anytime we change fees, we have to have a new fee resolution.
Got
So this change, which has, in red, all the changes, is basically the things that you guys just approved. So the temporary operator's license for
Yeah.
$5, and then the new, fence
Yep.
cost and the new, electrical cost.
Okay.
So
I
you're
will-
making the last one, you gotta get approved.
I made a draft of each one. Regardless of which way you went, I was going to have a fee resolution prepared.
I will introduce resolution 13-26 fee resolution.
I'll approve resolution 13-26 fee resolution.
We need a motion.
I'll make a motion to
Make a
approve.
motion, yeah. I'll
Somebody needs
second
this second. Okay, motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passed.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, we're not discussing. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nobody opposed. We are adjourned.
We're both.
Brad, I have a question.